Every heartbeat is a battle. Every decision draws a line between surviving and breaking. No softness, no escape, only raw instinct crashing head-on. What pushes them this far, and what happens next? Step closer and witness it for yourself. In this wild animal documentary, meet the cheetah. A hunter who owns the savannah's open plains. Its eyes sharp like a fighter pilot's. Spot a gazelle 3 miles away. It crouches low, blending into the tall, dry grass. Each step careful and quiet. When it runs, it covers ground fast. Using energy like a marathon runner, finishing a race in minutes. But these wild animals hunt alone. After catching its meal, the cheetah drags it to a hidden spot. Always watching for lions or hyenas ready to steal. It rests under a tree, breathing hard, its survival tied to speed and caution. Living solo on these endless plains takes more than talent. It takes strategy. How does the cheetah keep its edge in a place so wide and unpredictable? The savannah tests it every day. Holding answers we're only starting to see. While the cheetah walks alone, others thrive together. Lions don't just live here, they control the savannah. In this wild animal documentary, you'll see wild animals that stand apart. A pride of lions. United like a tight family. The females lead the way, moving as one, watching every blade of grass for opportunity. They plan their approach like coaches before a big game, patient and focused, waiting for the right moment. The males patrol the edges. Their roars carrying for miles to warn others to stay back. At night, the pride rests. Cubs tumble over mothers, adults share the shade of an acacia tree. Their strength comes from staying close, each member knowing their role. This family rules a territory larger than most cities. Facing winds, heat, and rivals. How do they hold this land together? The savannah story is written in their tracks, waiting for us to follow. Where lions rule as families, gazelles survive through instinct and grace. They bring life to the savannah, moving in herds across plains where danger waits. Their jumps, high and quick like Olympic gymnasts, confuse anything chasing them. Each leap covers yards, letting them slip away from trouble. Survival is hard, only half their young reach adulthood. A fact that shapes their every move. They graze on sparse grass, always alert. Their eyes scanning for shadows in the dust. Near the river, they drink cautiously, ears catching the smallest sound. A crocodile stirs below, its tail breaking the surface. And in a second, the gazelles leap back, safe for now. Their speed and senses keep them alive in a place that tests them daily. At dusk, they stand under a wide sky, watching the horizon. Some trip and fall, yet the herd presses on. Driven by a will to endure. Mothers guide their young, teaching them to listen to the land. What gives these small animals strength to thrive here? The savannah's rhythm runs through them, a lesson carved in every dusty trail. While gazelles dance to survive, others team up to keep the savannah thriving. In this wild animal documentary, meet the unsung heroes who hold this vast land together. The oxpecker, a small bird riding on a rhino's back. It pecks away ticks and parasites, cleaning scratches like a doctor in a clinic. When the predator slips through the grass, the oxpecker lets out a sharp cry. alerting the rhino to brace for danger. This tiny bird saves lives. Much like early warning systems used in the US military, spotting threats before they hit. These wild animals don't just help. They're partners, tied to the savannah's pulse. Now look down at the dung beetle. Pushing a ball of manure across the dusty plains. It buries this load deep, feeding the soil so new grass can sprout. Long before America's recycling programs, these wild animals were nature's cleanup crew. Turning waste into growth for millions of years. A single beetle can roll dung 50 times its weight. A task that keeps the land fertile. These small creatures shape the savannah's future. Oxpeckers keep rhinos healthy, letting grazers roam strong. Dung beetles enrich the ground, growing plants that feed herds. Each act links to the next, building a system where every job counts. Without them, the plains would falter, grass would thin, herds would shrink. In this wild animal documentary, you'll see how the smallest players make the biggest impact. What other secrets lie in this teamwork? The savannah's balance rests on their shoulders, a truth we're only beginning to grasp. While beetles and birds quietly sustain the savannah, humans shake its core. In this wild animal documentary, we face a tough truth. We're the savannah's biggest challenge. Poaching has slashed rhino numbers from 100,000 to just 6,500 in a century. Hunters target these wild animals for horns, leaving empty paths where families once grazed. Farms spread fast. Machines ripping up grasslands that fed gazelles and zebras. This land's balance, animals, plants, and seasons, wobbles under the strain. Yet not every human harms. The Maasai call these plains home, their red robes flashing as they herd cattle. They share water with herds, sing to the land, and live by a rule: protect nature like kin. Their ways align with American values of fairness and respect for others. Can their example show us how to mend what we've damaged? The savannah's future hangs on our next steps. Its trails waiting for us to choose wisely. But the savannah's story isn't over. In this wild animal documentary, hope grows from the plains. In Serengeti, rangers patrol dusty trails. Stopping poachers to keep wild animals safe. Their work shields rhinos and elephants, letting herds roam free again. In Salinda, Botswana, lions tell a comeback story. Over 100 now thrived where none survived a decade ago. These wins prove we can turn things around. The African Wildlife Foundation drives change, replanting grass and tracking animals. You can pitch in. Visit their site, share their mission. Every move helps. The Maasai show us how to live with the land, not against it. Rangers and conservationists follow that path, guarding this home for wild animals and our children. What will it take to keep these plains alive tomorrow? From rangers fighting for the savannah, we turn to its heartbeat. In this wild animal documentary, the African savannah stands as proof of life's strength. At sunset, elephants march across golden plains. Their steps steady beside grazing gazelles. Above, birds soar, weaving through a sky alive with possibility. Nearby, Maasai children laugh, running close to the cattle. A picture of balance. These wild animals don't just live here. They carry a story we all share. This land isn't only their home, it's our legacy. As protectors rise for the savannah, our journey here comes to a close. The African savannah holds a story we've traced together. From cheetahs dashing alone to lions standing strong with their pride. From beetles turning soil into life to rangers shielding rhinos. We've seen a world that fights to endure. Each step showed a land worth saving, a home for countless creatures woven into its plains. Now, it's time to carry this forward. Subscribe to our channel to keep this story alive. Thank you for joining us. Let's keep the savannah's heartbeat strong. Together.